What is up, guys? Now I'm NarendraTheComic, and right now we're just going to be talking about my team, my club, my guys, Tottenham, Hotspur, Spurs, the legends, you know, the cocks. The cock. And it's something the Spurs have been, you know, world renowned for. It's sort of their speciality here. Underpaying somebody. It's just what they do. It's sort of like their niche. If you have a great player who's worth a lot of money, just pay them like 50% under market value in wages. Good idea, already incentivize them to stay. Obviously that's one side of the equation. The other side is they just don't spend any money, which is, you know, I mean, it's a benefit and a con, because obviously you're not losing any money in case the player's shit, but you're not really going to improve if you don't buy players. I mean, obviously Spurs have a great youth system. They sort of get away with it there. Eventually there will be problems. So my idea is to essentially control the wage structure at Spurs properly. Don't mess it up, don't do any fluff stuff, keep it the way it is. But we want to join players that are incentivized, that have drive, and a level of consistency that is sort of become normal with Spurs. Spurs are probably one of the most consistently decent teams in the league. And the last thing, and this is the most important, you need players who want to be at the club and want to see it progress. So the concept is, if Spurs aren't willing to pay £100,000 a week for a certain player, and all the other players around their level at the club are on about 50 grand a week, then you say, right, I'll give you 50 grand a week. But, and this is where the but's important, because at every club, if you do well in the season, you get bonuses, right? I'm saying, if you do particularly well, you get a big bonus. So if you win the League Cup, for example, you might get a 10% bonus on your total year's wages. That's a lot when you extrapolate that through the whole year, but 10% for a League Cup. You might get 20% for an FA Cup, or 50% for a Champions League, 100% for like a Premier League title. So whatever your wages are, your incentive as a player is, if we do particularly well, I'm getting the same amount of money X is anyway, even though they're a worse player than me. But they're getting paid that much because Spurs aren't willing to fork out the money. However, if you're willing to believe in the vision that Spurs have, which is pay low wages, there's an exception there, which is if we do well and we really strive forward, then I'm getting the money anyway. So the question is it only for winnings that you get bonuses of this measure? And I'd probably say yes. I wouldn't say there's a top 4 bonus, because we've sort of become accustomed to getting in the top 4. So, Arsenal. Thank you. So it's sort of an expected thing. So I don't think the players should get a bonus for getting in the top 4, but for winning a piece of silverware, like even if it's the Europa League, maybe it's a 25% bonus on your year's salary. That way you have the income coming in if you've done well, but at the same time, you're not out of pocket as a club if you don't perform as well as you think you would. So I don't know if this is a thing which Spurs have already done, if this is a thing which most clubs do, but it makes business sense. As long as the numbers line up to do with the revenue from winning these cups or winning these titles, then I don't know why this isn't a thing. The idea is incentive. If someone doesn't have incentive, they're not going to do anything. On the other hand, Spurs could just not be so cheap and then everything would be good, but I don't see that happening. There's a reason why they've been like the most profitable club in the Premier League for quite a few years, or one of, for many, many years. It's because they understand how money works, I guess. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then your club will never win a league title. And you don't want that, you don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic, you have been great, and I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.